Hey everybody, I'm Becky Adams and I'm really excited to share a fall mini album that I have created. And I didn't create the whole thing on camera because that would be a really long video. But I used this, the new Spellbinders Platinum machine, the Platinum 6, to create this mini album. And if you've spent any time on my YouTube channel, you know that I have a pretty big obsession with tags. And so this whole mini album is made out of tags. And I'll show you the mini album real quick in just a second. I just wanted to show you the die that I used and how easy it was to make a whole bunch of tags. As you can see, I've got quite a few tags in there. And each page is front and back. So there was a lot of tags that I needed to cut out for this album. And I have the steel rule die that is the Tag Your It die. And then what I did to get started with my album is I just cut a whole bunch of 6x6 pattern paper squares. And the collection that I'm using there that I used for this album is the Warm and Cozy collection from Pebbles, and it was designed by Jen Hatfield. So I just cut 6x6 squares because they're roughly, it's a little bit bigger than the die, but pretty close to the size that you'll need. And with this big die, you don't need the base cutting plate like you typically would with the thin dies. So you don't need this. So I just went ahead and set that aside, and you just use the 2 cutting plates. And as you can see, these cutting plates are well used and loved. And so I just make a sandwich using 1 cutting plate, then my paper, then the die, and then another cutting plate. And I found that 3 is the best number of papers to use. Mostly I'm probably just kind of a chicken, and I didn't want to break my machine or plates or anything. But as you can see, 3 pieces of paper gives you tons and tons to work with. So just 3 pattern papers and you'll get 6 tags. And not only do you get the tags, but you also get the little reinforcers. And so you've got these little cute, and sometimes they're they stick together a little bit. But there are the reinforcers. So that's how easy it is to cut the tags. And as you can see, there's 2 types of tags. There's kind of the fun, kind of softer scalloped tag, and then just what I call a shipping tag that's just got the 2, like the corners cut off. And I call those a shipping tag. So I used the shipping tag for this album. And I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little bit so that you can see a little bit better what I'm talking about. Okay, I used one other die set, and I believe it's called the Autumn die set. I'll make sure that there's a link to it in the bottom, but that's what I used to cut out all these leaves. I'll show you the dies that come in the set. I just don't remember the name of it. So there's the word blessed, and I didn't actually use that with this project, but there's some leaves and acorns or kind of some vines, some leaves, acorn, and a pumpkin. And so these are the ones that I did use in this album. So for the front cover, I obviously had a tag, and then I cut lots of these little leaves, and you'll see the leaves throughout the album. So I made this album so that when you flip it open, you look at it like this. It doesn't open like a book. It opens to the top. So I've got my photos in here. I printed at 2x3. Whoops, there we go. 2x3. And so there were 4 of them on a 4x6 sheet. And I just did a little bit of embellishing mostly with die cuts that I made myself. There are a few die cuts from the Warm and Cozy collection. I used just a pattern paper, a ledger kind of notebook pattern paper to do some of my journaling. This is a die cut with the Warm and Cozy collection, and then I just embellished it here at the top with those leaves. And hopefully you can see on camera that not only do those leaves cut, or they, die cut, but they are embossed as well. And then I've got a photo here. Down here at the bottom you can see I've got the top half of an acorn and some leaves. This one I've got another cute photo of my daughter and my nephew. And then a little more journaling. Here you can see better the little acorn and leaves. And I just used a black journaling pen. I like the Precision pen. This one happens to be a Project Life, but I use the 0.3. I've just found that that's the one that I prefer. On some of these I did make little tabs on the outside where I just took a piece of pattern paper and folded it over and stapled it. I like mini albums that have texture on the edges. Not just the smooth. Makes it just a little more interesting. Here I've got this cute photo of my nephew. I use this Thankful die cut, and then I've got a pumpkin and some vines. I've got little leaves coming out of this, the deer head. This is a Warm and Cozy die, but these leaves are gorgeous. I love those leaves. Obviously I use them a lot in this project. And there's just a photo. That's my little man. That's my baby. And here's just a little bit more journaling on a notebook pattern paper. And then a pumpkin and some leaves. Here I've got the leaves, kind of the vine at the top that I just trimmed off. You'll notice that I think I'll just carefully pull it apart so you can see. These tags are doubled. So and I did that for a couple of reasons. Some of the pattern papers, like this one on the back side, is a cut apart sheet for journaling cards. So I obviously couldn't use the back of it very well for this mini album. So I did cover up some of them for that reason, and then the other reason is that I just wanted the tags to be a little bit sturdier. Okay, and then here's this last page, my nephew and my daughter. This is a fussy cut flower from a pattern paper, and then just more of those gorgeous leaves. And the other thing I wanted to point out, I did put those little reinforcers. I die cut all of those with a craft wood grain pattern paper. I wanted those reinforcers to all be the same so that it created a little bit of continuity in the album, since there were lots and lots of different patterns in here. So thanks for stopping by my blog and my YouTube channel today. I really appreciate you taking time to watch my videos. If you'd like to see more mini albums Let me know in the comments or give me a thumbs up so I know what kind of videos you would like to see. And I will make sure that there are links to all the products that I used in this video so you'll know where to find them. And thanks again for joining me. I'll see you again soon.